hope you're having a great day so far. Let's bring this on over here. Did I not? Okay, okay. Looks like everything is good. We got the wild and crazy move in the market. Does it surprise me? No. When we look at, let's put some good vibes on. Let's put this one on. There we go. There we go. Yes? Are you playing? I don't hear anything. Can you all hear my audio? Okay, okay. I think I need to go into the speaker settings. I think somebody might have messed up with my speakers. Speaker settings, because it's playing. I have the volume on, but it's not playing. Let's do a speaking or recording. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, very weird. Oh, you know why? I know why. Great day, Glenn, because I muted the tab. That would be why. Unmute. There we go. Sorry if I just blasted your eardrums there. All right. So, no, I was going to say, no trade the pool today. I am yours. Look at this. Came down to a big retracement level and bounced. My new target is going to be up at 696 for the SPY. 696.41. You know it. That's what I'm looking at. If we can break above 680.350, we're clear, in my opinion, for the SPY, the Qs. But we had a pretty dramatic retracement there, huh? Let's check this one out. See what number is the pink, second to last. What number is that? 100. Let's try 125. Oh, there you go. 125. Okay, they bounced off of the 125. How about the Qs? Oh, Qs went all the way down to 161. Russell down to the 50. And the Dow almost down to the 33. Well, almost to the 50. But interesting to see. I'm going to leave that 125 right there for the SPY and just say, hey, let's check this out. We hit the 125 and rebounded. Yeah. So Glenn, I've got the course set up and I'm going to be releasing it this weekend. Sunday, it will be going live. I'm working on the back end to get all of that set up. So if you have an interest, if you have any friends that are interested as well, send them on over. Let's all profit together. Today is the 6th. Yes, it's February 6th. And you know what? My life has been thankfully and crazily busy. And it is a blessing to be so busy. Maybe I should put a vote out for the photo. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, that's today. See, have you had a weird energy day? Has it been like a wacky Wednesday for you? You wake up and things just sort of seem off. Kind of weird, you know, like you're like, I'm never bored. Always finding stuff. Always finding stuff. All right, let's pin this right here. Boom. All right. I'm realizing I don't really like that dark gray cover. All right. Very interesting. Okay, we got this going on over here. Let's tweet out what's going on with this right here. And let's paste that. Those are the stock market halt limits. It's pretty quiet. Welcome, great day, everyone. Happy Friday. For all those men out there, you have 1 week for a Valentine's Day gift, right? If your wife wants to get into trading, you can buy her my course. if you want to get into trading, you can buy my course starting on Sunday. I will be posting it out and do a little live as well. All right, so let's get into what's moving. We see Ibit is rocking it right off of the downward move here, so we're definitely going to put that in. You know, all of these absolute extremes. There was one guy, he really called it out, that this is a lot of times what you will see is that these sorts of moves where it's like they just turned off the buy button can happen, but it's also stops getting executed, margin calls, creating the obligatory sell. We had the obligatory buys on silver, which started that sort of margin call for collateral. And now we're seeing that we are having the obligatory sell-off to the other side to cover those margin calls, potentially on silver or gold. But when you have that with, when you have it with Bitcoin, it ends up being a dramatic move. All right. Okay, I had to answer a quick question there. So we've got Ibit rocking. We have Nvda retracing, squeezing those shorts. Yep, we are in this upward trend. We're also going to look at the Qs hitting a downward trend line. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla, oh yeah, look at that. Rebounding right here, hit the 200. We basically, it looks like just had a nice little discount, right? However, until it can get back above over here, 421.24, still in the bearish mode. Caution on Tesla. Let's look at silver today. Silver heavy discount. I don't know. What are your thoughts on silver? Are you considering, hey, maybe I want to buy some physical, because that didn't really stop the price action down here? This is a great bounce. This could be a great entry to add to physical if you have it, or to continue to move up, or you could just trade the paper. But if you saw anything and you learned anything from all of that, that, you know, physical tends to maintain a constant price somewhat, right? It was at 100. Why is this not? It was at 100 and nobody could sell it there. Then the price dropped down to 80 because there was a surplus that people were selling. Now it's catching up. We have Irene pulling back, Amazon. Oh, we got Rgti. Rgti's moving to the upside. We got so much over here. We'll put Rgti over here. Googs, hims, hers, the Googs. With silver, I like to buy the stock and do a covered call. Very nice. Taking rent. Love it. Love it. You could also, with that rent, you know, buy some physical. Fully take advantage of your positioning, right? Let's go. Crypto Fear and Greed is at 5. Super, super extreme. It's super, super extreme down here. All right, let's also look at ZSL. Let me tweet out what we're going to be covering today. That way we will help more peeps. All right, all right. I mean, there's just so much moving. And when we talked about it yesterday, there was a broader market move. I'm not sure if you all were able to join us on Trade the Pool. Very nice, very nice. LTR, Irene, Amazon, Rgti, hymns, Google. We'll put, oh, forgot my dollar signs. I feel like things just aren't really working 100% today. How about you? We'll put USO on there as well. And we'll do, I've got silver. Let's put silver, silver, short squeeze, and oil. Let's talk about oil too. All right, and we'll add on the cryptos. We'll do cryptos as well today. I think it is an important day to look at cryptos. All right. So ZSL, they have not changed their position yet. They, who is they? All right, well, this is from January 5th. This was a crazy big move, but I moved it to January 2nd. But the biggest point was right here until, until the 26th of January. So I'm going to put another one on from the 26th, which is where that crazy big volume came in. Still down there at 169. Right? So we have 169 and we have 168. Those are the two areas that are the strongest volume, right? Now, a reminder that ZSL, oh, here we go. ZSL is 129. I wanted Ibit before. Do you see? I thought I typed Ibit. Didn't I? I swear I did. Glitchy, glitchy. 1.36 billion here. Did you see that? Do you remember me typing ZSL there? I just typed Ibit, I thought. Totally like weird stuff, right? Okay, there you go. That was the answer. Perfect. Already had it done for myself. Kind of interesting. All right, so with silver, that is showing, hey, we want to maybe be a little cautious on silver, but we had this area right here. As long as it can stay below the 290 area, if we see this flip right here, okay, then we're going to start to see sort of margin calls to the downside. We are in, I'm seeing this as well. Parallel little channel over here. I know, I'm adding it right there. Right there. All right, if we go outside of this right now, it's showing a downward trend for silver. However, should we break out down below, this could be interesting. If we put it right here, tighten it to the bodies. If we break down below 214, let's put a little alert, add an alert, entering, exiting, channel, create. Then it's going to be an extreme. Right now we're at a slow grind up for ZSL, which is saying, hey, this is a slow decline in silver. But if we see that this breaks down over here, boom, this bear flag on ZSL is going to give us a bull flag on silver. All right, let's look at right here, UVXY. Did they change their position on UVXY? Nope, still down at 35.06, and we are at 38.74. VXX, have they changed it? No, they have not, but big volume below us. 28.26. On average, I'm going to bring it on over here to the daily. So we can see on average, it tends to hit, say, the 90. Rarely will it stay outside of the 50, right? If we look at it, the blue line's the 50. Rarely it hits the 50, bounces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's right back. This time it was 1, 2, 3 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. So very rarely does that fear last longer than 8 trading days, right? UVIX, very similar. It hits the 90 and then it tends to reverse. So right now we're seeing on here 552, 621 there. You have to keep in the big picture that the broader market is always advancing. Look, we hit the 125 over here and reversed. Typically we hit the 90 and it pulls back. 50, boom, 90, rarely. All right, now we've hit the 125. How many times has it hit the 125? Over here, May of, and then we had this February. This was the last February. Interesting, right? The 19th, and we basically started regaining all of those moving averages in April. That was the tariff debacle. Are they going to attempt to have the same move seasonally with Trump's office? Not sure. Right now we're at 35.75. Big money level is at 34.53. They moved it up. All right. If you all have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. If you are brand new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's look at SQQQ. Big money level is down at 64.85. And we are at 72.77. So to me, it's not catch a falling knife. Today might be that day to enter. And just be aware if you start to see we've hit this big money resistance area on the chart over here. That could be, hey, they wanted to sell here again and they're going to take the market higher, right? Let's go to SRTY. SRTY, big money's at 35.60. They moved it. And we're at 36.11. SDOW. Their big money levels at 29.68 and we're at 29.95. Let's go to PSQ, another. There we go. 29.93 and we are at 30.95. This one you can see advanced a bit more, so maybe this one would be a good one to trade to the long if the market is going short. Okay, we have this on. We have our what looks to be a bear flag, which would be a bull flag for the dollar, 168, and we are at 275. $290 is an area of a bigger test right there. Okay, so we've got all that set up. Let's go to our crypto segment. Bring it on over here. Up 4,000. Woo-wee. Who sees this? This is from yesterday. Did I put this on, I believe? No, this is an old level. All the way back over here. This is the big money level from February 29th of 2024. Interesting, right? 67,142. That's not where our big money is from January. Big money from January is at 89. They did drop it down. 89, 7, 71, and 13. All right, let's go to the intraday level as well. Put in the chat, would you all like to see the day trade setups for the cryptos? Are you interested in the day trade setups for the cryptos, or you just want the price levels? Let me know. 64,000. 856.25. All right, let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, big money level. They sold up here 29.94. 29.94 and 40. No, excuse me. It's all the way up here. 31.14. 31.14. All right, you got it, Glenn. And for Ethereum, 1922.79. All right, let's go to XRP. XRP 191.67. I dropped it down just a bit. 467. Ooh la la. All right, XRP 129.05. XLM. Big money's up here. 0.234625. 0.23465. And intraday, we're down at 0.15. 0.151626, all the way at the bottom down here. Looks like they are rebounding. Mean reversion, whatever you want to call it. Look, they've taken this big money. 13969. And over here for Doge intraday 0.09076. 0.9076. Solana, look at that big sell-off. Seller's exhaustion. All right, up here 139.29. For the intraday, we are looking at 77.07. 777 there. 77.07. All right, let's look at Zcash. Zcash, they're up here at 406.62. And Zcash, 215.81. There you go. All right, that's going to be the crypto levels for today. Let's get into the stocks. If you have a stock that you do not see on my list, let me know. We'll check it out. We'll add it on. This is not Rgti. This is Rgti. We also have Docs. Oh my goodness, DocuSign. You know what? We're going to put DocuSign here. And we'll do Rgti as well over here. All right, let's get into it. Let's look at Ibit. Ibit, 1.36 billion. From January, do we have a January level on here? I've not been talking at all really about Ibit. However, January level is right here at 49.84 for our daily point of control. What did I do? See, 1.36 billion, 23.3 billion. For Tesla, 2.8 billion. 538 million, 218 billion. Okay, let's correct this. 49.84. Very weird things happening today. All right, there we go. So for an Ibit potential day trade over here, Walmart levels, you got it, Glenn. We'll put that on. We've seen Walmart, Procter & Gamble, Kimberly Clark, Dell Computers. I like Dell Computers for the potential physical trade, physical hardware, like Apple, which has just been grinding higher secretly while everyone else has been watching all the breakdown. Apple's been grinding higher. All right, Ibit, 36.99 and 38.80. It is in retracement mode, right? So watch out because you're going against the trend. So this could be a harder trade. Overall, they did sell right here. Let's check out our short volume. Short volume for Ibit. It's 40%. Most people were long, 60% long. Nvda. Nvda. Well, Nvda was 67% long. People bought the extreme. 44% for Tesla. SLV, how short was it? Ooh, 51% short. Those shorts are holding on. PLTR, 38%. To me, you know, I feel like everyone's concerned about the war factor However, if we're looking at the fact that they had to fundraise money for the US budget, does that say to you that there's money for them to go to war? To me, it's not happening because we don't have money to even fund the budget. Let's put up here 177.80. We would be testing the bottom of this sort of long-term area right here. So we did have a rebound. We are in a downward or an upward channel. So this could be a nice bull flag setup for Nvidia to scream it higher, the whole market higher. However, you also want to wait for these to play out. Remember, proper risk management first and foremost, right? Our January level, or excuse me, from the last earnings is up here at 184.78. We have not seen that flip yet. When we see that flip, okay, yes, 100% bull. Right now we're below it. So yes, the chart pattern is saying this is a bounce. Is it a dead cat bounce? Is this a dead cat bounce that we're going to be looking for further sell-off? Peace through strength. Love it. All right, let's put this up here. 403 for Tesla. I wonder where Terry is. Terry, are you here? I haven't 398.50 and 403. All right, let's look at silver. Big drawdown. We hit the 90 over here, and it has bounced off of that. We also had pretty much a 30% retracement, right? 675.50 here, or above 69. 675.50 or 69. Daily point of control since January is still above us. However, all the rest are below us. So, like Nvidia, I would say, you know what? I would like this to move back up above, or I want to see this come all the way down here. If we were to say, okay, where's the breakdown? Where's the big volume? Big volume to watch 69.40 right there. Watch 69.40. That could be where we actually see a big short squeeze. 69.40 on silver. All right, PLTR had a bigger move to the downside after earnings. We have hit a trend line. Oh yeah. How does that happen? It happens, right? But what do we want to remember too? That we want to see this overtake the big money volume from earnings. Where's that big money volume? 158. Does it look like it's going to have this big move? If we were to go from the breakdown point, okay, 130.12. So off of earnings, they sold up here and anywhere between 130.12. So if it goes back below 130.12, that would be my stop out zone. If I were in a retracement trade. Not in it, but I'm just saying that's what I would look at. All right, 136.50. And let's do 134.50. All right. Irene. From earnings, where's our big money level? 32.31. Oh yeah. How many people know that's where the biggest point from earnings is? You guys. Why? Because you learned how to put it on there. 295 million. Is that what helps keep you safe in the trades? Probably, right? I'm gonna get rid of these because it's bugging me. Too many. When we have the deeper extensions like this, I like to have it on the daily so I can see what is powerful. Many times a 90 simple will be super powerful on a earnings, right? We came down, we hit the 200 simple. Let's put it here, 38 and 41.50. And look at that, green, big money is below since earnings right now. Let's check out Amazon, Amazon earnings after hours, of course, big volatility. And where did they sell? 222.38. I've got a bone to pick with Amazon because I had like 5 orders that they canceled. Obviously I need, ooh, look at that. Obviously I need these items. Like I didn't just order them for fun. Things like stuff to move, right? I have it because I kind of need it to move. I had birthday presents because, you know, I needed it for my daughter's birthday. And then they just canceled it for me. Well, that's not cool. That's just not cool. Oh, it's a weather issue. Well, the weather is like stopped 5 days ago. Actually a week ago. You only had that problem once? Yeah, I'm really annoyed. They lost my packages, then I reordered them, then they canceled them. Are they just trying to take people's money? Like, I have to go through and audit the returns. So DocuSign had earnings. Big money level for earnings. Way up there. 33. Oh, let me move it over to 1. Right there. 33.36. Are there going to be other DocuSign companies? The software industry was getting heavily annihilated with all of these earnings. So is that continuing? Irene, all of these are bold. There we go. Let's look at HIMS. HIMS had great earnings announcement, or not earnings announcement, but great announcement about partnering. I don't remember who they were partnering with, but they had partnering news. And now, bada bum, it shot up and then it tanked, right? 22.20 here. And 21.20. Have 206 million in the float since last earnings. 35.03. All right, let's go to Google here. Just checking to make sure that I'm not activating my little puck. The little puck. What the puck? All right. We always see that there's volatility when Nvda and the Googs are reporting. We got pink for Valentine's Day. 329.90. So we're close. 5.8 billion. 852. All right, let's put it 329.90. It's called 330. Let's get above it. or 326. 330 and 326. Let's go to USO. So USO has had, we can see, do you guys see the flag here? It dropped, there was a little oops, and then we're in a bull flag. So I'd use that 15 EMA more as a stop out zone. It seems like a consolidation, and boom, we're gonna have another leg up for those Elliott wave traders. So watching oil, 77.12 and 75.80. All right, let's look at Walmart. Any other ones that you all would like to see, put it in the chat. If you have a stock you'd like to check out. See, here's another example that I was talking about. So you have a first leg up, retracement, second leg up. This was actually the 20 right here. Next leg up, third wave is typically longer than the first wave. You could also call this a flagpole and a pennant type move, right? Like a little flag, and then you add the move on, your target is right there, and then it continued squeeze. So we have another retracement forming before earnings. Is it going to be a skyrocket ship up, or is it going to come back down pretty much and test the support here of 120? Maybe down further to 115. Maybe it's going to come all the way down to 110. All right, so that is where the big money is so far in the day. Will this benefit Chevron? For oil prices, typically, yeah. That means they're going to also make some more money, right? Do I have any lines on here? Huh, no lines on Walmart. Interesting. I thought I did. Yeah. Put it up above 128.20 over here. Or, because you have the big money up there at 128, you cannot deny that. Or 126 for breakdown. And let's look at CVX. Similar chart pattern, right? So since earnings, big money is right there at 174. If it were to go below 174, that would be my, hey, let me stop out. In general, I would look for a move up above 181.50 or below 178.50. All right, let's look at the indexes. We've got the Dow over here. Did they change their big money level? 490.07. They brought it up a little bit. All right, so we are up above right now. Let's bring it down here. 489.40. Nope, 489.39. And 492. 489.39 and 492. So positioning on the Dow. Let's go to the Russell. IWM, not IWN. All right. We're talking about that bull flag. Is this a flag setup? Do you see it? Do you see it? All right, I'll leave it on until we break out. Right here would be that breakout zone. So on the daily, I would say, hey, I want to enter the Russell when it gets back above 261.50 with a close. Right? 259.60. Big money's at 259.39. Or 259. 261.33. All right, 259 on 261.33. Nope, that's not what I wanted. 259.60. All right, let's go to the Qs. All right. $597.95. We got a big move down there, or above 602.56. Why 602.56? Because you can see that line right there. That's why. Big money level is still up above. Hey, where are all my... Did I hide them? I did, because I took a screenshot. That's why. Where's our January level? Do I have any other ones here? Yes. Missed one. January level, 615. 36. Well, they definitely sold up there, didn't they now? We knew. All right, there we go. 597.90. 597.95 and 602.56. All right, let's go to SPY. SPY, they have their big money position on at 692.12. They bounced off of the 125. Hey, I had an... Well, I have it here, but you guys saw it on the Qs, yes? Look at this upward trend. If we bring this, oops, wrong one. If we look at this right here, if we bring this back, right here, this upward trend has been in effect since July of 2021. We had a little oops to the upside, and now it's just that we bounced below. So this might give you confidence. If we look at Mag 7 as well, oop, look, they were going sideways, sideways, sideways. Now they've sold up here, but they bounced off of the 200 exponential. So this is saying to me, you know what? They took it down, but now they're taking it back up, potentially. And we're not above all this big volume yet, but all of this, they were taking, grinding it higher. Let's go back to January of 25. Let's see where that point of control is. Still above us. All right, not convinced, right? Because we had all of this big move down here. If we want to put a volume weighted anchor price, all right, below 59.76 or above the high, right, that would be, hey, maybe it's going, if it goes above 65.90. I do watch the ES, but I don't check SPX that much. I watch the ES volume as well. But right now we're still getting reds across the board. Let me bring back the SPY. Let's put on the levels. SPY. Hello, Jane. SPY. There we go. All right. So for now, I'd have to say we got to get up above 682.50 or below 681. 682.50, 681. All right, any other questions? You've had some great ones today, Glenn. Thank you for contributing. You know what? I don't know if the chat was working on Twitter. I see just YouTube comments. So I do see a Twitch comment there. So I hope you have an amazing trading day. Keep your eyes peeled for the course launch that will be coming out on Sunday. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend and trade smart with proper risk management. I see a nice coil setting up on the 5-minute right here on the SPY. I will see you all on Monday, 8:15 a.m. Bye for now.